Hey. Okay, I actually just realized this is the first time most of you are hearing me talk. I don't usually speak in my videos, so hey. Alright, this is going to be a tutorial for the solo of Beat It that I performed a couple weeks ago. Apparently there was some skepticism about whether or not I was actually playing. I don't know, like whether or not my video is real or fake. I assure you it was real, and kind of to prove it, I'm doing this tutorial. But also I really want a lot of people to learn from this. First, I want to start by saying that this isn't entirely about, like, I'm not going to tell you what to play as much as I'm going to tell you how to play it. I'm going to focus on the technical aspects of it, you know, the tap harmonics, some of the tapping, whammy tricks, that kind of thing, rather than telling you, you know, what frets to play or, you know, how to play this riff or whatnot. There are definitely other tutorials on YouTube that will help you with that. I'm going to try and fill in the gaps and do what I hope, well, I mean, what I wished I would have had someone do for me while I was trying to learn the song. My mic's up here rather than in front of my amp, so I'm not sure how it's going to sound, because I want you guys to be able to hear my voice but also hear the guitar, so yeah. We'll start with the first little riff with, you know, the whammy dive and the hammer on the bend. Here's how it goes. So what I'm doing is, the first thing I'm doing is I'm playing the open G string, and then I'm diving down with my whammy bar as far as I possibly can. Right when I reach the bottom, I'm hammering onto the second fret and bending a full step and adding a little bit of vibrato. So here's what it sounds like again. The next part is the tap harmonic part, and I wanted to spend kind of a lot of time on this because it can be pretty tricky, and I'm getting the most questions about these. So here's what they should sound like. Basically, what you need to know, the most important thing is that you're tapping in the right place. A lot of people, they think they're supposed to tap the 14th fret or they're supposed to tap the 15th fret, but in reality, you're supposed to actually tap the fret wire in between them. So that's actually the line in between the 14th and 15th frets. That's, it seems like common knowledge, but a lot of people don't know that. So that's something that's really important. Make sure you're tapping on that line. The way I tend to get the best sound is when I use the pad part of my finger, rather than, you know, using the tip that I would tap with. Like, I'm actually using the padded part of my finger, and that helps me a lot because it makes it a lot easier for me because it gives you more surface area on your finger, obviously, so it gives you more surface area on the fretboard. You're more likely to hit the right spot, basically. Also, try and make sure you're hitting the same spot every time. Another tip I can give you is keep this finger on the fretboard for as little time as possible. It's really important that you're not muting the note on accident. Like you think you're playing it, but you're actually muting the note. So what's important to do is to hardly touch the fret and bounce off if you need to. So you really don't have to, you don't have to hit it hard. You can hit it soft, like that's okay, and it should work out. Also, what I wanted to note was I'm not actually playing a tap harmonic for the second tap harmonic in the song, as you probably noticed. I'm playing a pinch harmonic, and I'm playing the octave pinch harmonic here. So for me, it's hard. Like, it's definitely more miss than it is hit. So I just like to play the pinch harmonic. It sounds the same, but it doesn't look as cool. But I'd rather it sound okay. So I'm not going to give you tips on how to play a pinch harmonic. If you don't know how to play a pinch harmonic, you're going to have a lot of trouble with this song. I would learn to play pinch harmonics first. But this is what it should sound like. Alright, I'm kind of going to pick it up now. This is the first tapping part. It's pretty easy if you know how to tap. I'll play it so you know the notes, and then you'll just speed it up yourself. Alright, next is, in my opinion, the hardest part of the song. I'm going to focus heavily on this, just as I did for tap harmonics, to make sure you know it right. YouTube user Sax Boogie actually sent me a track of the Beat It solo slowed down to like a really, really slow, I think it was like 20% speed, and thanks, by the way. and I listened to it over and over again. I found that these were the notes he was playing. Unfortunately, he plays them so fast that, like, I mean, I couldn't keep up. So this is what he's playing. If you can play it at his speed, then you're going to sound like him. But this is what he plays. In that section. I'll play it a little bit slower this time. And I can tab it out. I'll put it in an annotation somewhere down there. Just because it's tricky, and I think you should know how to play it. I tap it. Eddy doesn't. I just have small hands and I have to. That's just a pentatonic riff at the end. And then this is easy, but it seems kind of fancy. You're hammering on at the 15th fret and then sliding up. Alright, I'm kind of going to speed through the rest of the song. I feel like if you could get through that previous section, then you won't have much trouble with the rest of the song. Here's the next section. The only kind of tricky thing, I guess, is the pull-off. You're pulling off of the 12th fret to the open G string. And then you're just dipping. Alright, the next section isn't too bad either. It starts with an octave pinch harmonic, bent up a full step, and then released and pull off. Here's what it sounds like. I just played it without the whammy bar because I want to show you the whammy bar. It is the only thing kind of difficult about it. And then with the whammy bar, you're just... slow. Okay, this next part's really easy. I know y'all can do it. So if you've gotten this far, it's a downhill trek. So, you know, you should be happy because it's pretty easy from here. So here's the, I'm going to play without the whammy bar just to show you what the riff is, and then I'll show you what you do when you add the whammy bar. So actually, do a pinch harmonic on that note, sorry. Missed it again. But with the whammy bar, this is what it sounds like. One more time. Okay, next thing is really, really easy as well. If you know your pentatonic scales at all, you won't have any trouble with this. One more time. Use it fast. Use it slow now. Alright, congratulations. We made it to the final section. This is it. I'll play the tapping section first, really slow so you can pick it up. It's playing the first thing 4 times, and the next thing 3 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And then open E, and then I'm bending this note up to this note. Slide down there. You guys know the drill. Okay, yeah, thanks a lot for watching. I really hope you learned something. I would love it if you posted a video response. I really love video responses for some reason. I don't know. Thanks again for watching, and I guess I'll see you soon.